Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is just a bit of transfer news. I wasn't expected to do a video today. I was just going to do some Formula One stuff. But you know what? I haven't done a football video in a while properly about transfers and the lack of transfers. So I'm going to do one now. So I'm going to bring you my coach, who's my partner in crime as always, the menace of the channel. This is Keep It Sports. This is big up to Toto. Abba.
Yeah, big up.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, man, it's going all right. Going all right. Just been looking over the Twitter and the transfer news. It's what we've been doing really. But yeah, I'm feeling all right, good.
Yeah, man. I just said I wasn't expecting to do a video today about football. It's a Formula One day, but I thought I got an hour to kill. Formula One don't start for another 45 minutes, so I said, look, I know there's stuff. There's a lack of transfer, a lack of transparency from the club. Really, we've heard a bit of Fabrizio Romano, which we're going to gloss over in a minute. But yeah, I'm looking at this. This is why I thought I got Edwards on there, Arnie Slap, John W. Emery. The lack of transparency, nothing, not even a press conference with the new manager. He's been a manager now for what, 2 weeks? About 2 weeks, and we've heard nothing from him. Arnie Slot's just disappeared. I don't know where Arnie Slot is. Because I remember when Klopp came in, there was an immediate press conference straight away, and that was it. But there's nothing from Slot. I'm not sure who's advising Arnie Slot. But for me, I just find it a bit weird that we haven't seen the manager yet. You know, when someone comes in, you get a new guy, then they're holding the Liverpool top, and they got the cameras, and they're talking about why we wanted to come to Liverpool. This is a great club, etc., etc., etc. You know where I'm coming from, but we've heard nothing from Arnie Slot. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know your thoughts on it, because I don't think I've really talked about this with you.
Well, I just think that it's a bit weird. It is a bit weird why he hasn't come out and really said anything in that. Like, he wanted to come to the club. He really was looking forward to come to the club. He was looking forward to look for the work of the players. But I don't know what's going on backstage. I honestly might not like the owners. He might not like Edwards. We don't know. We don't know what's going on really.
We don't know what's going on. Yeah.
But usually when a manager does come in, they usually have, like, say 2 days to,
like a grace period, and then they come out in the press, isn't it?
In the press, it's weird for a manager not to come out in the press, leaving it this late. I don't know why he's not coming out in the press. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. So we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of negative comments about Slot already, and the guy isn't even said a word. I'm not being negative toward Arnie Slot because I don't know the guy. I don't follow the Dutch league. All I know is what formation he brings to the table, and he's a little bit of his tactics, but I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about Arnie Slot at all. There's people who say that they know a lot. I'm not disputing that they know a lot about Arnie Slot, but I know nothing. So, you want to talk about the transfer rumors? You want to bring up something up on the screen?
Yeah, I'll bring up the Twitter page that has basically every single source and every single reporter you can basically look for. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, let me just share this.
Yeah. So basically, there's been a few rumors. Okay. Go on.
There you go. So it says now that I think yesterday we got a report in that Edison was coming to our club. Now all of a sudden it's come from a top journalist because he's got the gold medal where he ranks it. If it's a gold medal, then it's a very, very credible journalist. And now it's saying that he won't be a target for this summer. Now
he won't be.
He won't be. But look, what I think about that is that who we're actually going to get, because the DM market isn't really big in my opinion. It isn't really big. He hasn't really got any. The only world class DMs you probably got is probably like Kimmich to probably like class DMs like Tucanami or something like that for Real Madrid. We don't know. Edison, I saw him in the Europa Cup final. He was an absolute baller. That's the only first time I saw him. So it could be Liverpool saying that, yeah, probably not good enough for our club. I don't know. But what else options have we got? What else options have we got in that DM market? So Liverpool pulling out the
Sorry,
deal.
bro.
I think Liverpool pulling out of the deal. I just think
That's what it sounds like to me. This has got written over. Go on. You want me to?
I just think it's stupid that Liverpool's actually, pulling out the deal, because it's basically we've got rarely any DM options really, because Kimmich is not going to leave Bayern Munich. Who could I make going to leave Real Madrid? Right? We ain't got DM market really, really, small. So I think it's just stupid Liverpool pulling out.
No. Yeah, listen. At the end, hold on. Let me just talk about it. Edison. When it says that Liverpool, it says on there, basically, at Atlanta midfielder, Edison would not be a target for Liverpool this summer. That's basically, that could be that Atalanta is the price that they want for it. Liverpool are not willing to accept that. So they'll probably put out a price. If it is true, we don't know if it's true. This is just pure speculation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I ain't even heard the manager, never mind signings. So if it is true, this sounds like to me that they've offered Liverpool a price and Liverpool said, nah, we're not going to pay that. Liverpool penny pinching, that's what we do.
Yeah.
They said, no, we're not going to pay that. And what's going to happen is that guy there will probably go to something like Arsenal or Chelsea and he's going to bum, and then we're going to say, oh, we should have got him. But that's the Liverpool story. But that's if it is true. Because we don't know if it's true yet. This is just rumours. This is just rumours because, like I said, if we haven't heard from the manager, we haven't heard from nothing, no press. This is completely dead. We heard nothing from the club, and then all of a sudden now these rumours are floating around. And maybe we was never linked with him. Maybe it's just rumours, like I said. So let's bring that one back in. So basically, let's get onto this one. This is one I'm interested in. Hold on.
What want me to pull up his stats for Edison?
What do you mean?
For Edison, want to pull out his stats.
Go on.
So I got his stats on there. It shows that all the
put it on there.
The value and all that stuff.
Long.
So there you go. So yeah, his transfer value is 40 million. His transfer value is 40 million, but of course,
put it on the screen, and I can't see it.
He's on there. So yeah, he's going on for 40 million.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And relatively long, 24 years old, which is the kind of player that Liverpool probably go for. Nothing too world class like people like Bellingham. You know what Liverpool's like. To me, I will go for like more world class midfield like Bellingham or something like that. But Bellingham will not come to Liverpool since he's locked down Real Madrid. But we need to start going for players that that are just heavy hitters. But Edison, he seemed like a good player. 40 million euros, relatively cheap. But of course, if it does go out for sale, it'll probably be more. Play for the Brazilian.
What did you say? Team. Pause for? What did you say? Pause.
I didn't say pause.
I thought you said something like thing and you said pause. Sorry, I didn't
say it.
Oh, sorry.
You can play central midfield, so you can play box to box. You can play defensive midfield, and you can also play attacking midfield. And he can play anywhere in midfield. So Edison will be really good for our club because we play now. Arnie Slap plays the 2DM in it, so he will fit in perfectly in a defensive role. If he wants to play the 10 like Szoboszlai, if he wants to play the free row role like Szoboszlai, he can play the free row role, and he can also play the box-to-box midfielder. But with Liverpool, we don't really have a box-to-box midfielder position anymore. So I think that box-to-box midfielder position will be useless in Arne Slot's system. But the attacking midfield is going to be useful because he can also play as a free row player, and he can also play as a CDM as well. So if Liverpool does pull out, right, because we don't know yet, there's lots of journalists reporting it. If the Liverpool does pull out of this, it's going to be a stupid move because he's versatile. He can play anywhere in the field.
Let me tell you something, right? I'll just fix this. I watched this guy playing the Europa Cup. The Europa Cup. Was it the Europa Cup? Yeah, the Europa Cup. I watched, and for me, the final. For me, he was the man of the match. He was the man of the match. This guy Edison kept Frimpong out. Frimpong was running down the wings and he was coming over and cutting off Frimpong every single time. Frimpong couldn't get a look in the game because of this guy. And I remember watching this. I remember saying to you, this guy Edison would be perfect for Liverpool. It would be perfect for Liverpool. And what happened is, when these rumours started circling around, which most of them, let's face it, we've got to take him at, they're not all facts. Just like Philip Bidwell said, I believe that the journalists say until it's confirmed that they're signed for us. Yeah, I never believe what a journalist says until it's confirmed. Exactly, because a lot of journalists, I'm not saying all, but a lot of journalists just put out fake news. This time of year is perfect for them. This is like their Christmas. The transfer time is like their journalists' Christmas, because sometimes they put out fake news just to get hits on Twitter or to get hits on the YouTube. I get it. This is the business that everybody's in. He's a journalist, I get it. But this is what happened. That's why when I see certain rumours come out, I think, I'll report it on my YouTube, but I always say it's not fact. It's just a rumour. Because if you say it's fact and it's not fact, you look silly. This is why I always say it's a rumour and see what happens. But Edison, was we ever linked to him? But it is what it is, isn't it? So, let me bring this one on to, what did he say? Okay. I got it. Now I'm just looking at something on the screen. Yeah. So I'm going to bring in something now. This is what I just saw on Twitter today. A lot of these stuff I'm just getting off Twitter. This is interesting as well. So, let me just enlarge up the screen a little bit so we can see exactly the context of it. Okay, this is what I just saw on Twitter, right? I just don't get this. I just don't get it.
What?
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Right. So, basically said, I am determined one day to have a Premier League game be played in New York City. Okay. I've even had the sort of crazy idea that there would be a day we would play one game in Tokyo, one game a few hours later in Los Angeles, one game a few hours later in Rio, one game a few hours later in Riyadh, and make it a sort of a day where the Premier League is celebrated. This is from Tom Werner, Financial Times. What do you make of this? He
sounds like
Liverpool owners.
Look, he sounds like he's lost it to me. I don't see the point. It just came out so random. New York City, like Tokyo. Now you're going to get Saudi Arabia. Like, ain't that what leagues are for?
Why did you say I am determined one day to have a Premier League game be played in New York City? I won't say it again. I even have that the sort of crazy idea. Is just, I don't know why. Is this the way he wrote this? It looks silly. So I even have the sort of crazy idea that there would be a day where we play one game in Tokyo, one game in a few hours later in Los Angeles, one game a few hours later in Rio, one game a few hours later in Riyadh. So and make it a sort of a day where the Premier League is celebrated. Now tell me, what's the Premier League, which is the British League? What's it got to do with New York? What's it got to do with Tokyo? What's it got to do with Rio? What's it got to do with Tokyo? Explain to me, why would you want to celebrate the Premier League in overseas? It's a British league, isn't it?
So that's what leagues are for. You play.
You wouldn't see the German league go and celebrate them. Why would the German league celebrate in America? Oh yeah, what we're gonna do? We're gonna celebrate the German league. We're gonna go to China to celebrate it. Doesn't make sense. So what's your fault? I just don't get it.
I don't get it. It just came out so I do not get why I wrote this. This is what leagues are for. You got French league. You go celebrate in your own country. You go celebrate in your own stadium. You won't see go Bayern Munich. You won't see PSG go celebrate it in another country, do you? I personally think that by reading the message, he sounded like he's lost it. But yeah, I don't get it why he put it on Twitter. It's so random.
Exactly, back to that again. So I just don't get it. So any more rumours going around with Liverpool FC? Let's just talk about Arnie Slot now. Let's just talk about Arnie Slot. Look, right, Liverpool FC, yeah, the greatest club in the world, where every player dreams to play for, in my opinion. Even Man United fans and Arsenal fans, growing up as footballers. One of your clubs that you dream to play for is Liverpool FC. You can deny it all you want, but the fact is, I'm not jumping on no one's. I'm not jumping on no one at the moment. Pause. I just don't understand the lack of transparency from Liverpool FC. What's going on? Look, the thing about it, yeah, people will say, look, why don't we wait until after the Euros? If we're targeting a player, just say we are, don't know, just a random player. If we're targeting a player and all of a sudden now he has a brilliant Euro, he goes to the European Euros, starts playing well, then it attracts more attention to more clubs. That player is going to double the price. So if we're waiting till after the Euro to start buying players, I think that's a mistake, in my opinion. Or the Copa America, because it could be South America, because we've got the Copa America coming up, haven't we? So we've got the Euros and the Copa America. If we're targeting players now, they go to the Euro, they go to the Copa America, they have a brilliant tournament. What then? So if this price of this player could be 60 million, suddenly turns into 120 million, you get me? So yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if they've got someone lined up. If they're doing everything behind the scenes now, being quiet, that might be the case as well, where Liverpool FC said, you know what, we're not going to air our business out in the press like we did last season. Remember when we were trying to get the one from, what's his name? Casado. Everybody knew that we wanted a DM. Everybody in the world knew that we wanted a DM. What happened when we started looking for DM? People wanted more for their DM because they knew that Liverpool were desperate to find a DM. Maybe Liverpool are going a different route this time. Maybe Liverpool are thinking, you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to keep quiet. We're going to do our business quietly and swiftly. Because you know how Edwards rolls, isn't it? It comes in and boom, it gets out of the way, done deal. But what baffles me is, if that's the case, I get it. But what baffles me, why we haven't heard from our manager. He's been a Liverpool manager for nearly 2 weeks now, and I've heard nothing from the owners, nothing from the manager, nothing. No press release. Nobody coming out the press officers talking in the press conference and say, Arnie Slot's happy with Liverpool, this and that. Nothing. It's just been completely quiet. And that's what I just don't get.
I think, signing-wise, like, I want to go back into the signing when you're talking about the signings.
Big up, bro.
Yeah,
big up to Jamie Phillips, man. Big up, man. Big up, bro.
You got to his channel, man. Go subscribe to him.
Yeah, big up to Jamie Phillips. Respect to that geezer, man, every time.
Yeah, man. But, look, I think signing-wise, we've really got to concentrate on getting that DM spot. Because I think, all our midfielders are all sorted. All our tennis sorted. We've got Sabazlai there. I think we don't know if we're linked to Edison or not. I still think we're linked to him. I don't think we rejected him. We don't know. There's no every single journalist says different things. We don't really know. It's all speculation at the end of the day. But if we get Edison, he's going to be so versatile for us.
Oh, good. And trust me.
He can play DM, attacking mid, and box to box. What much do you need from a complete midfielder? He's a complete midfielder. If you want to go play right back, if you're going to cover up for the right back position, if the right backs and left backs go up, you can easily do that. You play DM. You know how important DM spot is for Liverpool. We are now. It's even more important now. We're playing a double pivot. We play with double pivot now, and now he can play alongside Endo, or McAllister can play alongside Edison. We've got a lot of options if Edison does come to the club. So I don't believe what other journalists say. I tend to believe more Fuchs and Romano, but even though he's made mistakes in the past as well, all that Casado deal with Liverpool, he made mistakes and we didn't get him in the end. So look, signings. I'm going to go back on your point about Copa America. We don't want to wait. If we wait, then more teams to be interested. Then we're going to go in a bidding war with other teams. Liverpool's going to go in a bidding war, and then the price are going to go up and up and up, and then we could spend more cash for more players. So the priority positions we need to lock down.
Go on. I'm sorry to interrupt. I still think, regarding the DM, I still think Endo's still good though. I know we probably need a DM, but we need another one. I get it, but I think Endo's still good.
No, I'm not saying that Endo is not good. I'm saying that at the end of the day, he plays like he's 25. But at the end of the day, you can't cheat age. You can't cheat age. He's 30 years old. He plays like he's in his teens, right? But at the end of the day, he's 30. He's 30 years old, right? He's not young anymore. Getting older in football. So I wouldn't start him every single game. I would start every single game.
No.
Last season, because he came in halfway through the season, right? He played really good for us. Started nearly every game towards the end of the season. I don't know why we benched him for that long period of time. And towards the end of the season, we started to start Endo more because Endo was the reason why we did his goals. He was the reason why.
Of course.
Endo,
he was our lucky charm last season, along with I think McAllister was a ball. I saw some. There was a tweet the other day from Liverpool saying that Mohamed Salah got the player of the year for Liverpool. I think McAllister should have got that, or maybe Endo. I thought Endo to basically when Endo came back off the Japanese, when he went on the Asian Cup. When he came back, he wasn't the same. A couple of games after that, he wasn't the same when he came back. But towards the last 2-3 games of the season, you started seeing the old Endo again. But McAllister, for me, was Liverpool's best player of the season, in my opinion. Am I wrong?
McAllister.
I thought McAllister was our best player last season. Second Endo.
I think, McAllister first, second Endo, and third Robertson. Robertson was our third best player.
Yeah, Robertson was probably third,
because
maybe
he had an absolute, he's just relentless when it comes to that pitch. He never runs out of legs, especially back end of the season as well.
He's a savage, isn't it?
Yeah, but look, Endo, I would look if he was like 20, 25, I would start him every single game. No doubt about that. He's such an amazing player, and we got a bargain for him, man. We got him for like 10, 15 million. Look how good he is. That's what I liked about Liverpool's recruit system. They might not have the big names, they might not have the big stars. When they actually come to the club, they fit in the system and they play good. That's what I liked about Endo bringing the signing. And I think it was the kind of a James Milner replacement. Coming in and replacing for James Milner. I'm not saying we'll be as James Milner. James Milner was wicked, absolutely amazing.
Did you hear what James Milner? Did you hear what James Milner said about playing for Liverpool when he won the league with Liverpool? It bet more than the City one. You remember that? Did you see that tweeted on or the message? He said when he won the Premier League with Liverpool, it bet more.
Yeah. I saw that. But I think Endo was coming in for the Milner replacement and it's paid off well.
All right, Philip Bedwell said Endo for me was the biggest surprise, as I didn't expect him to do so well. No, nobody did. I think I remember done a video. I remember I done a video on that. I said about Endo, and I said give Endo a chance. I think if you go on my Twitter, if you go on my YouTube channel and look under my shorts, you'll see I done a short video about Endo. So give Endo a chance. Everybody was cutting his bees off before we got to Liverpool. Before he even stepped footed in England, everybody was saying, "Oh no, Endo's not the guy." And I said, "Give him a chance. He might surprise you." Because he was getting good reviews from Germany. A lot of the German press was saying about Endo that he was a good player, that he might fit in Liverpool's system because we needed a DM at that time. Plus, he was so cheap as well. People said, give him a chance, he might be good. At first, when he came to Liverpool, it was a bit slow. He needed to get up to speed with the Premier League. So Klopp left him off. Started playing a little bit in the Europa. He started to get used to the Liverpool football. And I think halfway through the season, he was cooking. And I think the way Klopp handled Endo, I think he done it perfectly, the way he handled Endo in the Liverpool system. He didn't just throw him into the wolves and say, "Look, play every week." Took his time with him. McAllister became the DM. for about halfway through the season. And when Endo got up to speed, he got in there and he was good. That's what I liked about and the way handled him. But I think Endo is definitely a squad player. You know, he could come in and whoever we're getting DM, look, we can bring Endo. If he gets injured, our main DM, then you can bring Endo on and he can replace him. Endo's one of them players that we could keep for another couple of years. I know he's 30 years of age and I know time he's not on his side as a football player, but if he still keeps playing good and he keeps himself fit, them mans can go on long, you know, them mans can go on long. So as long as he keeps fit and he keeps steady, I want him in my team. Endo fights for the badge, that's one thing I say. Comes on with his gum shield and he goes to war. Every time I see Endo, he's just taking legs. You get me? He's taking legs.
I remember the City game. Game. Rodri, Foden. He had 3 people on him. What did he go and do? He kept the flipping ball and he made the pass. You know, he kept the ball. He had 3 people on him, right? And he just kept the ball with Rodri as well behind him as well. Rodri, and he kept that ball. And you know that's probably one of the best moments of the season. You know, and plus taking Endo off, we can see the goals. That's what I'm saying. That all them games that we lost, that we was winning 2-0 or 1-0, we took Endo off because we thought we won the game, trying to see out the game. Then we conceded goals because Endo weren't there. No, because I don't know for what reason some of our players are too lazy to track back. Like for Trent, for example, Trent was so lazy.
He was. He was.
So if Trent is, I think, for me, a little bit slow tracking back. He's probably fast, but because
he doesn't want to come back. That's why.
Exactly. You know, look for England. He's supposed to be playing right DM. He still went up. He still went up top, and he scored. You know, so Trent is a creator. So that's why I would play him in that double pivot role. And
the DM next to McAllister.
Yeah, if Arne Slot don't play him in that right DM role, I do not know what he's doing because. You can play a box to box. You can also play a DM role as well. At Southgate, I remember when he played a 4-3-3. I think last season. Did
you see that goal the other day he scored as well? That nice goal. And we just outside of his foot. Just talking to Southgate, that moves to our next segment. Perfect. Let's bring this up. We're gonna have to talk about it. Let's just talk about it. We're here now. It's about England. It's about the England squad. We might as well now. Let's talk about it. What's your thoughts on it, the England squad? There's the England squad pick there. What's your thoughts on the England squad? Who do you think should have been in the team? And who do you think should have been left out? There's the England squad there for you. Let me know. Tell me what you think.
Quansah should have been in the team. Quansah should have been in the team. Instead of Ezri Quansah or Lewis Dunk. Lewis Dunk, to be fair, has been good for Brighton. I'll give it to Lewis Dunk. Tall, big defender, right? I'll give it to Lewis Dunk. I'll probably keep him in there. Might not have people agree with me, but if you want about the options of the centre backs we have, I will keep him in there. Ezri Quansah, I would have replaced him with João Quansah. I would have replaced him with Quansah. And Mark Guay, I would have replaced him with Tomori from AC Milan because we've got 2 good centre options. We've got João Quansah and Tomori from AC Milan. Why not go for that instead of Mark Guay, who is probably, I don't know who he is, to be fair. And Ezri Quansah, I think he played for West Ham. I don't know what team he plays for. But instead of Ezri Quansah, I would have probably went for Quansah. You know, so
yeah, but that's your Liverpool boys, isn't it? That's your Liverpool boys kicking in.
Quansah, I think Quansah. This is just me as a neutral now. Yeah, he's been so good defensively this season. Think about it. Konate's been off for most of the season. He's been struggling with injuries, right? So João Quansah, he's been playing most of the games, and Quansah in that Premier League and also in the crucial games, in the brick wall in the back, at that back line. So Quansah, right? I would have put him in the England squad.
I know, okay. Fair enough. All right. But for me, I think the shock for me is Grealish not being in the team. I know he hasn't had the best season. I know he's had a few injuries, Jack Grealish. But I'm shocked that he's not in the England squad. You know, see, Jack Grealish, a guy like Jack Grealish, for me, he's got the experience. He's been in tournaments before. He might not be, even look, like I said, he hasn't had the best season for Man City this season. But when it comes to the big games, like the Champions Leagues and the Euros and the World Cups, he will step up. And this is where we need that experience. This is what cost us last time in the World Cup. It was a lack of experience from me. We got to the final, but the lack of experience. I don't know what. I still can't get over Southgate. Why you let the kids take the penalty? I get it. I still can't get over that. But what I'm saying is, I would have brought Jack Grealish at least. I would have brought him. I'm just surprised they left him out. Harry Maguire, not surprised at all. For me, he doesn't have to wear the shirt. He's been injured for most of it. He's been injured. He actually said yesterday on Twitter, he put out a tweet yesterday saying, look, he tried his best to get into the England team. He said it was a race to try and make the team. He said he's been injured. I think it was a thigh injury, something to do with his leg. So he's not in the team. And for me, he shouldn't be in the team anyway, Harry Maguire. I know you're a Liverpool fan, but you said that Harry Maguire should have been in the team. In my opinion, I don't think he should be in the team. As for Quansah, not a big deal, really. He's only a kid. He's got plenty more tournaments to go. He'll be in the World Cup, he'll be in the Euro and another World Cup, no problem. He's a young man, no problem. So I'm not really upset about that. Trippier is another one that I'm a bit skeptic about. Trippier has been out for most of the season, at least half of this. I haven't saw Trippier play for Newcastle. He's been injured, but he walks into the team. And Jack Grealish don't walk into the team. So when I look at that, that's a bit weird for me. What's your thoughts on Trippier? I never thought Trippier was going to get a sniff of this England squad.
No, he's getting a bit old, Trippier. He's getting old. And I don't really watch him at Newcastle when he does play for Newcastle. When I do watch the occasional game in Newcastle, I don't really see him get involved as much like he did a couple of seasons ago. So you can tell he's getting a bit finished.
That's why I'm shocked.
If you want to put it that way, but let's just see how he's for England, and that's all I care about at this point. I'm looking
at this squad, and this squad, for me, should win the Euro. For me, we've got the best team. I say England, France, and Portugal. At the moment, I don't know nothing about the Spanish team yet because I haven't really looked at the Spanish team. I looked at the Portuguese team and looked at the France team. They're the other ones that can worry us. But I still think England should be the favourites going into this tournament. Don't write off the Germans. I know Germans are the host, but I just, you could never write off the Germans. But I think the favourites are England, Portugal, and France. Them three. But look, you're looking at that England squad. Look, you got Aaron Ramsdale, Jordan Pickford, goals. Defenders: Lewis Dunk, Joe Gomez, John Stones, Luke Shaw, all them mans. Midfielders: Trent Arnold, which I'm glad. Conor Gallagher, Declan Rice. Look at the strikers. It's the strikers, man. Look at the strikers. You got Jude Bellingham, Bowen, man. Bowen for England. For England.
Yeah, I think
of Bowen, man.
Bowen's had an excellent season for West Ham.
Of course. Ivan Toney as
well. Even though he hasn't had much game time this season, he's still good for him to be in there. He deserves it. Bowen definitely deserves to be best player at West Ham for years and years to come. I think England concentrate too much on strikers, but of course you got Bellingham, of course, can play midfield as well. You can play striker, midfield, cam, centre, mid, DM. You can play any way you want, Bellingham can. But Bellingham as a forward, which is really, really good. I think we've got good forwards. The only thing I disagree with, how is Anthony Gordon starting over Grealish? I don't know how is he in there over Grealish.
You see what I'm saying?
Even though Gordon is, he's a quick player, fast.
They should have brought Grealish. I think that was a mistake.
Grealish is a big game player. He plays for City at the end of the day. He plays for City. I think he's better than Foden. Even though there's a conversation there, I'm saying he's better than Foden in my opinion. I think Grealish is the overall. I think Grealish can look for chat. I think Foden's a better goal scorer. Foden is a way better goal scorer than Grealish. He can, cut inside with his right foot.
Foden's got a higher ceiling as well.
Yeah, Foden can score a lot, but I think Grealish can open up chances in that on the wings, and he can also dribble really, really well as well. So Anthony Gordon over there over Grealish, don't agree. Adam Wharton over there for Curtis Jones, I don't agree, but you can also say that Curtis Jones hasn't really had the greatest of seasons, really. But Yeah, you can say that. Alan Wharton, I heard that he's a young prodigy for Crystal Palace. Really, really young. I think 18, 19 years old. But of course, got Kobe Mainu from Man United, 19-year-old, 20-year-old. I
He's
think
a baller though. Still, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I know he's a baller.
He's a baller. But again, we've got a young squad. We've got Adam Wharton, not a 19. Mainu,
Yeah, but it's mixed. It's look, we've got a young squad. Look, it's mixed with experience as well. I see this team, right, and I think the team can win the tournament. It's just Jack Grealish. That's the only one what baffles me. Look. When we go to a tournament, yeah, there's always a player that doesn't get picked that baffles us, isn't it? Over the years, you think, hold on, why didn't that guy get picked? I think Jack Grealish is the one. He should have got picked, but at the end of the day, never. It wasn't good enough in his eyes. For me, he should have been in the squad. He's got the experience. He knows how to get it done. He'd be a good guy what can come on an impact player. He can come off the bench and do something. But Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins. What's your thoughts on them two? Ollie Watkins, yeah. If he didn't get in his England squad, it would have been a travesty. The season that he's had with Aston Villa, if he would have picked Ollie Watkins, that would have been the shock of the tournament. But Ivan Toney's a bit one. I think that surprised me a bit. I'm not saying he's not good enough to be in the squad, but I think that one surprised me a bit. The Ivan Toney one, you know.
Yeah, it did surprise me a little bit because he barely got any game time for Brentford. Well, he started every game till the end of the season, but he only came in like back end of the season because he had, I think, suffered from an injury. I don't know, or that fine that he had, and he finally got off the fine. I don't know what he Ivan Toney did, but I think I would have gave Ivan Toney another season. But at the end of the day, it's always good to have them amount of forwards. Like Jude Bellingham, he's named as a forward.
He's really a cam.
Yeah, I'm saying like Palmer's named as a forward. Bellingham's named as a forward. They can both play midfield. They can both play attacking mids. So I think Southgate's got a good lineup. Yeah,
I think he has as well. So that's the end of the video, really. Thanks for joining us today. Big up to Jamie Phillips. Go and subscribe to Jamie Phillips every time. Brilliant channel. Great content. Big up to Jamie Phillips, man. Big up. Good evening to you as well. Big up to Philip Bidwell, man. Endo's the last midfielder I would sacrifice for a DM, but he's not the only one. I want sacrifice from. Okay, fair enough. Big up to Philip Bidwell as well. Always coming on the channel, support the channel. Big up to everybody. Remember to smash the like button and share. We've got 13 watchers. We've got 4 on YouTube and the rest on X. If anyone's watching on X, can you please come over to our YouTube channel and smack the like button? The link is in my bio. This is our channel, Keep It Sports. My channel and Total Hammer's channel as well. Remember to smack the like button. If you're into like the FIFA and stuff like that, Total Hammer's got a gaming channel and where he talks about FIFA and stuff like that. But big up to everybody. But before we go, we're going to put our mascot on. This is our mascot. I don't know if you man remember this. There you go. There's our mascot, Kurgan. Every time we see that, it was Kurgan, our mascot, man. Kurgan, the mascot, says goodbye as well. So big up to everybody. Big up to everybody. Big up to it was a good debate, man. I wouldn't have expected to do a video today, but it is what it is. So big up to everyone. See you later, guys. Smash that like button. Yeah. Smash the like button.
And we're up on you next.